Video games have always depicted some level of violence, and some more brutal than others. However, few have been surrounded by as much controversy as Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is a game produced by Rockstar Productions that allows the player to commit numerous crimes in fictional cities and get away with it with minimal police interference. A major controversy surrounding the game is its possible link to real crimes committed by its players. One such crime was committed by an 8-year-old child who shortly after playing the game murdered his 87-year-old grandmother. It was speculated that the murder was committed because the child had been exposed to the game. Many medical and psychological associations believe that there is a direct correlation between the violence in the game series and violent acts committed by its younger consumers. We had a chance to sit down with a few people who are familiar with the series, including 2 social psychology professors at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. We simply asked each person what their opinion of the game was.
I think that it uses a lot of really derogatory language, and it also uses violence a whole lot to steal cars, and that it kind of does a lot of things that are against the law.
I really don't like the game. I don't like the gameplay, I don't like the mechanics, I don't like its style, and I really don't like what it has to offer and what it says.
I think it's a good way to pass the time, hang out with friends, and play an entertaining story with entertaining gameplay.
Personally, I thought it was pretty boring. All I really saw were people, like cars running over people and people running around. There's a lot of damage and just violence.
We were wondering what possible effects there could be on children who play the game.
We learn words and we learn behaviors from our social environment, so I think that it can encourage certain language. Like, I'm automatically thinking about derogatory language against women or against just kind of people of color.
Who you calling a nigga?
No, I'm not calling nobody a nigga.
Wait, what the fuck?
I mean, N-word. That's not cool, man. I don't say that.
You fucking...
Kids aren't going to necessarily copy the exact behavior that they see. The general finding that we have within social psychological research is that kids will sometimes copy the precise behaviors, but they also pick up on the general feeling that they're getting from the violent behaviors that they're watching.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have any type of effects unless they want it to have some type of effect on them.
But it desensitizes people to them and makes them less likely to steer away from them.
I think if a child is young enough, it might have a negative effect on them.
If they actually are replicating what they learn in the game to their real life, it'd be negative.
Finally, we asked each person if children should be allowed to play this game.
I have mixed feelings about that because I think that sometimes in life we need outlets for things that we're not allowed to do in real life. And at the same time, I don't know if encouraging delinquent behavior is also beneficial.
I think that these games are rated M for mature for a reason, that we've decided legally, we've decided psychologically that kids are not ready for it. And so perhaps, if the kid is 16, 17, 18, very mature, has good guidance from parents and others, it might be appropriate to let them play the game. Probably not extensively, but once in a while it could be okay. I probably wouldn't let a preteen play it. Certainly not anybody younger than that.
Yes and no. The violence and the vulgar language, they probably should not be playing this game. It's an entertaining game, so yes, they can play it as long as it's being overwatched.
No, definitely not. Just because of that crime message it's sending, I think there are a lot of other games that are more academic that they could be playing.
Is there a correlation between violence in video games and behavior in children? We believe that is a question answered by each individual. We hope this story has given you some information on the controversy surrounding the Grand Theft Auto series so you can form an idea all your own.